Teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Here's McKinnon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Maurice Alexander making the stop defensively.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 40. Gun. Here we go, 46. 26.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott steps away to his left. Oh, Prescott stripped. But an alert 49er able to gain possession, so they will indeed hold on to the pigskin.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On third down, it's Prescott. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Switch and eight. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 48. Here we go, 46. Switch and eight. 46.
Prescott on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They run it with McKinnon. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The Niners on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
26. Switch and eight. Here we go, 47. Switch and eight. 26.
Now Prescott. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The best name in the NFL, Barkevious Mingo. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And that's going to make it 4th down. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And Gold is able to put it through. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Gold now out to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Tempo.
On second down, here's Wilson. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Solomon Thomas in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Got it. 14.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Forced out to his left. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A very solid gain of 27.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll run it now out of the gun. And it's a fumble.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free. But a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On second down, here's Penny. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the shotgun, Wilson. And the tight end Dixon left side. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Looking for Baldwin, intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before? Now the ball comes loose, and the Seahawks have picked it up, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. He lets it fly for Lockett. This is caught. And give him a gain of 37.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They'll try to run with Carson. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer out him again.
Second and goal from the 1. Wilson on the keeper. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's third down. The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is third and goal. Now it's Carson, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Janikowski good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. To kick is Janikowski. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
46, 46.
On first and 10, Prescott. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Prescott to throw it. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46, 46. Here we go, 46, 46. Here we go, 46, 46. Here we go, 46. 46.
Second down, Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
The Niners on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Done. good. There you go. All right, in. Switch. Switch and hey. Here we go. 46, 46. 46.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Being chased, and they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
And Gold is able to put it through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. The field goal we just saw has this now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball. But here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that. And that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
Wilson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. A handoff to Penny. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. On 3rd down, Penny losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Now McKinnon to start the drive. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Byron Maxwell, the corner, in on the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46, 46, 46.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Funches with a catch over the middle. A nice gain of 21 yards. Prescott now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46, 46. Here we go, 46. Switch, hey. 46.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Goodwin. 10 more there and another first down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to use the clock.
Here we go. 26, 26.
First down, Prescott. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Throwing. Prescott. Flushed out right. And some room to work. Oh, no. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Again, it's Penny. And he powers his way up past the 30. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Play time, guys. Let's go. Zebra.
Throwing now is Wilson. Over the middle, Jerron Brown's got it. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now here's Michael Dixon on for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The former first-rounder Barkevious Mingo. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Maxwell. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Wilson wants to throw it. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Wilson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. DeForest Buckner. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it.